The Traveling Book Company offers people the ability with our 5 starter themes in our heirloom binders to begin a journey of collecting the stories of people's lives. With the Traveling Book Company, we offer 4 heirloom binders. Our heirloom binders are all wood, genuine leather bound, that are meant to last a lifetime. And they are all handcrafted, hand-stained in the USA. One thing when we started our company, it was very important to us that all of the companies that we dealt with would be in the United States. All of our heirloom binders go through a 7-step finish, hand finish process that makes them as beautiful as they are. And our heirloom binders are offered in 4 finishes. We have our cherry, we have our pecan, we have our ginger, and then we have our espresso. And with each one of our heirloom binders, you get a string and button envelope to add pictures, recipes, newspaper clippings, whatever you would like to have added to your traveling book. Now, the unique thing about the traveling book is that you're not the one that has to completely create it or finish it. It's not like journaling and scrapbooking where you are the only one that writes everything, adds pictures to it. The traveling book is meant to be passed around, passed on to family, friends, and sometimes even strangers. And it's a collective effort of everybody helping you complete your traveling book. What we've done with the traveling book is we've offered you 5 themes to start out with, kind of jump-starting your creative ability to gather stories. But you as the originator, the purchaser of the traveling book, can make your traveling book about whatever you want. But let me show you a few of the themes that we've started out with here. One of the first themes is of relative importance. A lot of people use this theme to gather stories of lost loved ones. For example, I lost my grandmother last year at the age of 94 years old, and we started a theme of relative importance in memory of her, and we are actually passing our traveling book around and collecting stories from people that knew her throughout her life. One really neat thing that's happened with our book is the stories that we're getting back from people have a lot of information about things about my grandmother that we never knew about, because everybody had a different experience with my grandmother. Everybody had different interactions with her in her life, and not necessarily the interactions that we all had with her. So we're really learning some really neat things about my grandmother. And something that people are doing is they're sending us pictures that even the family has never seen. So this is just an example that I'm showing you. I know you can't see it up real close, but one wonderful thing about the Traveling Book Company is that everything is handwritten. My cousin lost her father last year, and one thing that she tells me to this day is she has a handwritten letter from him, and there's nothing more sentimental and important for her to have than that handwritten letter that he wrote to her. That's one thing that we wanted to help accomplish too with the traveling book. So this is just an example of the book that we're passing around from my grandmother. We've got some cards that people have added to it. My grandparents were actually in real estate. This is an old piece of letterhead that somebody's added to the book. One of her great-granddaughters wrote a story about her and decided to do a sticker collage. So really the traveling book can be whatever you want it to be. It can have stories, it can have pictures, you can write in it, you can illustrate in it. In each one of the themes we have 3 lined pages for writing, and then every 4th page is a blank page for people to add illustration, drawings, pictures, whatever they want to. Some people go ahead and add pictures to the backs of the pages. It's really about whatever you want it to be. You're only limited by your imagination with the traveling book. So that's just an example of what we're doing with the traveling book with my grandmother and what you can do with of relative importance. Another one of our themes we have is our family's urban legends. As we all know, everybody has different memories of what happened within a family, and this is just kind of a starter theme to get people going with that. Celebrating food, family, wine, and friends. This can be stories gathered around the kitchen table, memories of holidays, celebrations. You can add recipes to this, pictures, you know, like we said too, it's just to get you started. Roads traveled and journeys taken. A lot of people, what they're doing with this particular theme is there are a lot of travel groups, and they travel together, a lot of groups of people that travel together every year. And we've had people buying this particular theme. They're taking their books on their travels, and everybody's writing stories about that particular year's events. And then every year they plan on building on that. So by the time their traveling book is done, we'll have many years of memories of their travels together. One of the other themes that we have is A Tale Like No Other. Now this theme's a little bit different. This theme is meant to be passed along to family, friends, strangers, whomever you'd like it to be passed along to. But the originator that buys this theme actually starts a story. But then they pass it on to have others contribute to that story. So once you get this theme back, it should be pretty interesting. You'll definitely have your own unique story. Now with the Traveling Book Company, once you've completed your traveling book, you send the original pages from your heirloom binder back to our company. And what we do is we copy your original pages into a 4-color, perfect bound coffee table book. With that coffee table book, not only can you as the originator of the traveling book purchase a coffee table book to either give away as gifts or to have an extra copy, but everybody that helped you complete your traveling book, all the contributors of your traveling book, can also purchase a coffee table book. But you as the originator of the traveling book always gets to keep the heirloom binder, and then once we're done publishing your coffee table book for you, we send to you back the original pages for you to put back into your heirloom binder. One last theme that I would like to show you is we are only offering 1,000 copies of this special limited edition theme, and it is the memoirs of the inauguration and presidency of Barack H. Obama. It's a limited edition for 2009, only 1,000 copies will be offered. Please check out our website at www.thetravelingbookco.com for all the information on the traveling book. And we hope you enjoy the journey of your day and take the time to gather memories and preserve them for future generations.